Hey guys, I'm just gonna be ranking the different hosts and hours. Artisan, it's easily an S tier. Artisan is actually really good, to be honest. Like, with Overclocked Zero, he just absolutely demolishes everything. Boxer, I'm just gonna skip that one for now. Dreamer is an absolute S tier. This is amazing. Dreamer is amazing. Basically the same as Artisan when it comes to good tempos for him. But wow. His attack power is just amazing. I'm just gonna... Visitor is S tier. There is no question to this. Absolutely no question. Like, if you get Thousand Space and Full of Holes and all returns with Rush, I'm just gonna wish they never met you, to be honest. Okay, let's see. Profit definitely goes in S tier. This is overpowered. This is what I use to unlock Drifter. Parting is overpowered. S tier. Parting is my main. He's extremely overpowered. I put Witness in like B tier. This is mainly because I don't use him that much because I'm actually not good with Witness at all. To be honest, I'm just going to put Equinox in A tier because he attacks extremely slowly, but he can just go into a wave of enemies and just get out unscathed. Siege is also an A. It's just that it's the same with Parting, but the clone in the second phase of Blade Beneath Closed Eyes, that's just absolutely overpowered. Hot Rash, I mean, I'd put it in B or A, but I don't know where to put him, so I'm just gonna do this. Subject's easily an A tier. I might bump it up to an S later. Subject is extremely good. Like, the only potions I really brew are the poison and incendiary poison and the splash life potions. Incendiary potion, incendiary poison, because with incendiary poison you can stack it and you can just make it so that like with a couple hits Ronin Alpha's basically just dead. Oh yeah, with Vestige, not Vestige, Parting, the tax ones are actually really hard to use. I don't use them. I'm gonna put Blocks from in like a D tier because he can combo enemies. It honestly just, I don't think it'd work really well if you aren't using overclocked mood. So that's why I'm putting him in a D tier. I mean, Invader's like B tier level. Maybe, B tier. Cause like, he attacks faster, but he definitely heals less, and when he attacks, and even then that's only with Empower activated. To be honest, Hot Rash, B tier. Like, Hot Rash is pretty good, but that's mainly when you get really close to enemies because the accuracy of Hot Kalash is just honestly not good at all, to be honest, in my opinion. Hellion, I put this one in B tier because he's really good, don't get me wrong, but he's honestly basically the dictionary definition of a glass cannon. Because he can just nuke enemies with Honk, but then as soon as he touches another enemy, he's just dead. At least I was able to unlock Word, though. Drifter, I'd put in... To be honest, I'm split between B or A. I don't really put any host in C tier. I mean, Bloxerman, yeah, he's not really that good. Drifter goes in, like, I'd say B tier because kind of like Equinox, he attacks a little slow, except he doesn't heal when he attacks, which basically means that you just need to really, like... Also, he lunges when he attacks, which kind of makes it kind of inconvenient to hit enemies. That might just be me playing mobile, but that's basically my host thing. Anyways, time to move on to enemies. This is a lot of enemies. Cube Liner. There's the tier lower than F that's specifically for Cube Liner, which I'm gonna put Cube Liner in. Like, I feel like... Nah, I'm just gonna... Don't mind that, if you did hear that. Pretty into this. It was insanely hard. That's Cube Liner's obviously in there. If you've gotten to Mirai Mirror, you know that Cube Liner is infuriating. Just not cool. Nerf Healer, I say hard to beat. Maybe I'll put him insanely hard, maybe, I don't know. This is basically just the bosses, not the, not bosses. This is basically just the enemies, not the bosses. Nightmare Catcher, I don't really get hit by Nightmare Catcher at all. Oof, or even Colossus. I mean, he's strong and has a lot of HP and resistance. I'm putting it in could end a run, just because of how infuriating he is. Could definitely end a run with tax evasion, though. Let's see, Scarlet Knight, I say hard to beat because this shield is just infuriating, and then he gets rid of your left click if you do manage to be bad enough to get hit by him. 7th Blossom is easy. Just, if you're using Parting, just use Leap when you know he's gonna attack, then Pummel, then, use Punt or something. Anti-Mother, relatively easy. All you gotta do is dodge the eggs and just... Anti-Mother doesn't really have a lot of HP. Even combining the 3 lives is just so much less HP, it feels like, than all the other enemies. Astral Hermit, I'm gonna save that one for later. Arson Agni, relatively easy. Get out of the range of the fire and you're good. Toxic Teapot, could end a run. Actually, not relatively easy. Because, like, Toxic Teapot is basically Arson Agni, but it poisons instead of burns. Actually, Toxic Teapot could end a run just with the other enemies appearing. Like, if it appears right before Equinox, and you just haven't played the game that much, then yeah, it could end your run. Let's see. Dark Ages, this has ended a lot of Hellion runs before. Unlimited Blades, it's relatively easy. To be honest, when you predict Dark Ages patterns, then it just becomes super easy. The only thing that's laughing is me after defeating Laughing Head that easily. Sidearm Stubs. That's just too easy. To be honest, I'm putting in easy because Void Watcher, like, he's annoying to deal with because he can just keep summoning the Void monsters to go after you. Just if you have Rainbow in the Dark, then Void Watcher becomes extremely easy because just wait for him to summon the Void monster right in front of you and then pummel and then use Punt with Rainbow in the Dark. That's just a great combo. Hot Rash, relatively easy. He has parries. If you fought Ronin Alpha, you know how parries are. Except this one's parries are actually balanced, relatively. I mean, are they weak or are they balanced? They're definitely not overpowered. Oh well. Winged Angel, easy. Doesn't really have... has a little bit of HP, decent amount of HP for first stage enemy. It's the heals that get to me, because, like, they're annoying. It heals and it's annoying, because then you have to deal all that damage all over again. Again, with Rainbow in the Dark, this just becomes extremely easy. Captain... Actually, no. Let's do another one. Fiend Rider could end a run. Fiend Rider... Hellion is literally a clone of Fiend Rider. So... yeah, if you can nuke enemies with Hellion, then Fiend Rider could nuke you. Oh yeah, for Hot Rash, you don't actually have to kill the Hot Rash enemy in a specific way, which is weird, but I'm just gonna go with it. Fortitude, relatively easy. The only real, like, the hardest part is just, is easy. The hardest part is getting past the bullets, if you just haven't been moving, or if you're playing as Visor Bloxer. Like, at least Visitor has a good trade-off for his slowness. Starlight Duke could end a run. Like, I can beat Starlight Duke pretty easy, but easy. Splintered Archer is it's pathetic. And even the aspect of whatever the heck Splintered Archer's aspect is, it's just it's just weak. You can barely even hit any enemies with the duck arrow. Or at least that's what I'm assuming it is, because, it's Buffoon. Astral Hermit, yay. The original Buffoon. Let's see. Relatively easy. Kind of infuriating if you get hit by its Bolty X. This is literally extremely easy to beat, except if you're playing as Visitor. Because a disadvantage is that, like, if you don't have Thousand Space, then the attacks will just go straight, and Circuit Breaker likes to kite you a lot. Probably plays a lot of Bed Wars or some stuff. Half Horse. Could definitely end a run. This one, I'll put it in relatively easy. Easy. It's easy to beat. Shattered Ice is relatively easy, to be honest. So is Toxic Teapot. I'm moving that. Hurricane Gale is actually pretty easy. Emerald Lancer, and this one's kind of annoying if you're trying to get up close to him if you're using the Hellions wheel upgrade. Because, like, you can just, if he's at full HP, you can just punch him, use punt, then use pummel, then use punt if you have the Hellions wheel upgrade. Relatively easy. Drown deep. Why are so many Mirai Mirror enemies landing themselves in this lower tier area? It's just funny. Captain Ivory. I don't know. I'd say relatively easy because, like, you can dodge the cannon easily, even as Visitor, because then you can just use Burrow to just Desperate Captain Ivory be like, hello there, I skewer you now. And it's just powerful, it's good. Alright, let's do tempos now. Our tempos. This is hard to read. Don't ask why I'm capitalizing it. Our tempos tier list. Okay. Oof. For oof, I'm gonna. Does this need any explanation? If you equip non-overclocked page, you're literally doing a no-tempo run, which is basically what you need to unlock parting, but still. Okay, to be honest, I can't remember what a bunch of these are, so I'm just gonna have to go on to hours. I know this one is Star. Okay, Dive, just use it. Just use Dive. It's overpowered. Gold. It's good. Like, it gives you time to think out your moves. Overclock, it's actually pretty good. Let's see here. Oh, this is Xeon. This is... I haven't really used Xeon. It doesn't seem that useful except to just speed up your run. Like, other than that, it's just not really that good. Because basically just a way to speed up a run. I'm not really a speedrunner. Ooh, Mood. This one's top tier, especially when overclocked. If it's overclocked, then just use it. Especially with stuff like Witness. Ooh, Bloxer. That's basically the only thing Bloxer is good for is nail comboing enemies, so you might as well just use overclocked Mood, because that just makes it a whole ton easier. Hint. I'll put it in good, because you have the chance of getting a good enemy like Nerve Healer or something to help you. But at the same time, you have the chance of getting, like, some garbage enemy, like, I don't know, Splintered Archer. Okay, I cannot even remember. Oh, this one's Word. I know this one's Word. It's pretty good, to be honest, in my opinion. Like, I do not remember most of these tempos. I'm just gonna hop onto hours real quick. Get these stuff. I'm just gonna look for any ones I think this. Yeah, this one's Rush, because this one's Xeon, and those are both in the Artisan one. Let's see. Rush goes in top tier. It's easily top tier with definitely stuff like Visitor. Because even before I got the Game Pass, like, Rush was just top tier for me. I think this one might be anti. I don't know. This one's definitely. Oh, Halt. It's a good starting tempo, but to be honest, once you advance in the game, you use more stuff like. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, a default tempo, it's a good default tempo. I can't tell what any of the other ones are because I have a bad map. Oh, star. Which tier do I put this in? It's pretty average if you're not using like anything like Profit. That's his name, Profit. But yeah, we need to find some bad tempos. Obviously, Page just gets its own tier, the oof tier. Literally any other tempo, even if it's worse than Page, just goes in the Garbo tier. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for hours to load so that I can, get on with my day. Okay, can I recognize any more of these tempos? This one's definitely lock or anti. It's lock. It's good if you want to like one-shot Ronin Alpha and stuff. Wait, isn't that overclock? Reduced to 3 seconds. Yeah, you need overclock to one-shot Ronin Alpha. It's going down to like meh. Like turn back time. Damage taken by enemies is fated to occur again. It's literally that. Actually requires game pass. It's still meh. Okay, let's see. This is sand. Okay, so let's do. Okay, this one top tier. Just use it. If you have something like any sort of move that propels you up into the air, sand is a really good tempo. Okay, which one's this one? Oh, anti. I forgot about this one. Okay, this one's anti. This one goes in top tier. Anti delay all damage in the next. Like, it doubles all damage dealt, it halves all damage received. I'm pretty sure that damage taken reflects onto the enemy with overclock, anyways. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I don't know. That has no explanation. That requires no explanation. Absolutely not. If it requires any explanation, like, I mean, I did overclock jump, but that means absolutely nothing. Cast, let's see. Do. I'm just making the movements with my mouse to see. I guess they didn't add cast. I don't know. They really didn't add cell either. What about tear? They have to add it. They have to add tear. Oh, well, I guess they didn't add tear. Sand word. Int jump did that. Home. I'm just gonna say it. Home is bad. It's going in the Garbo tier. Let's see, clip. Wait a minute, did I? No, I didn't. Clip is really trigger the effects back. I mean, it's good with Buffoon, but it's not really good with anything else. Okay, we're moving on with those ones that are on the list. Let's see, we did all these. Oh, wait, did I do all that? No, I did not. Skip time for 10 seconds can be ended early. To be honest, no, it's actually pretty decent if you just need to clutch or something. 0. Okay, 0 is top tier with overclock. It is cracked. Okay, rule. Did we do rule yet? Rule. Wait, which one is this? Skip half a second of time. It's meh. I only really used it to unlock Dreamer, that's all. Iris. Just use it. Just do it. Let's see. Undo, blow away 3 seconds of time. It's decent. Yeah, no, it could be. Nah, it's pretty bad. Okay, look, the next one we have is get 5 seconds pass. It's pretty decent. Like, you can get 3 clones just beating up an enemy all at once, which is pretty funny. Let's see, the next one we have is Dust Rewind 5 seconds of time for yourself. Charge after 20 seconds. I mean, it's pretty good, especially if you're like, you just died and you need to clutch or something. Which one was this one? Path has the speed of time for 6 seconds. It's cracked, especially if you have the overclocked version. That is literally how I unlocked Bloxer. I just used, I think, Hot Rash with overclocked Path, and that unlock condition did not stand a chance. Let's see, which one is this? This one is mass speed of time becomes a distance away from you for 10 seconds. This is pretty good. This. Swap this one. This one's going mad because, like, if we were talking about cast, that would be, like, top tier. Just use it. Start clone yourself from another timeline for 15 seconds. This clone mirrors your actions. You can swap controls with this clone. It's pretty decent. Which one does it? Here's your actions. Okay, it's not really that good. To be honest, reset your stage to start a stage, leaving behind a clone. Can only be used to shuffle upgrades once per stage for free. How do you shuffle the upgrades? It doesn't mention how you shuffle the upgrades. Maybe this one is mad because you can get a full clone for the entire stage. Disc. Clone yourself from another timeline for 10 seconds. This clone acts on its own. You can swap controls of this clone. Recharges after 15 seconds. It's a better version of Swap. It's a better version of Swap. Anyways, that was just the hours tier list that I just did hours tier list video that I just decided to make for no reason.